I think. And the big difference between like the philosophy of the Japanese when it comes to like Dragon Ball specifically, but let's just say any big property, right?
Right.
And the idea of not necessarily like milking it to the extreme. For all the flaws of somebody like a Disney that like milks and like mass produces, for all of the bad things that we get from it, I would still personally choose that way because we still get way more stuff and therefore you get way more good stuff. So Dragon Ball's current problem, and I'm not like super like into it, so we would have to double check with like the hardcore fans. But my understanding of it is like, for instance, the manga right now, if the manga is not hitting with the fandom, dude, they have nothing else. They have nowhere else to go. There's no other content. It's kind of like, in some ways, the Star Wars problem with the drought of stuff.
Yeah.
So, like, I get what you were saying, though. And you were saying, like, but at least that they treat it sacredly and they, like...
Yeah, they don't milk it in order. And, dude, speaking of that, you know, Marvel's got their head on their shoulders. I mean, they just finished WandaVision, and now they're doing the Captain America show.
Yeah. Oh,
Mark was just telling me. And I'm like, why didn't we get Bad Batch like right after Mando?
Yeah, well, Marvel's like so far ahead. I mean, interestingly enough, it's funny because I personally am a little upset with the WandaVision finale and like where that show ended up going. But
yeah, me too.
But I will say it is, to your point, pretty impressive that the turnaround's going to be 1 week where they'll have a gallery episode. And then we turn right into Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That's rather impressive. 6 weeks after that, we're likely to get Black Widow within a couple weeks of that mark. And then you probably will go right into the Loki series. It's super impressive. You know what I mean? But they are ahead in a lot of ways. I think that is what Star Wars is looking to do. But they are currently not close.
There's
you know
like a
I mean?
6 month gap. What do we got from end of December to May? What is that? January, February, March, April, May. 5 months.
Yeah, I mean,
a few weeks.
I totally agree. Look, I totally agree with you. I think it's crazy that they don't have more content out. Well, they literally dragged their... I mean, think about how long they dragged their feet on Kenobi. We should have Kenobi by now, dude.
Oh, it should be out right now. We should be streaming right now.
There's no reason. Like, right. Yeah.
So stupid. It should have been Mando, then it should have been Bad Batch, then it should be Book of Boba Fett, then it should be Mando Season 3, then it should be Rangers, and then it should be Ahsoka, and then it like...
Yeah. Now, right now... it seems like they're in a production grind, right? And they are really trying to get... I mean, we're hearing a lot of stuff about, you know, Cassian. We're hearing like, you know, Obi-Wan's going to be going in and all that. So it does feel like they're headed towards that. I do agree with you, though. Like, they're just man, like they really do need to get this content and get to this content, because I think this is my personal takeaway. And, you know, fans can feel however they want. But I feel like any amount of energy or time they spent doing High Republic and not worrying about like Filoni verse or whatever, you know, John might be doing, or even, you know, Leslie's show was a waste. Like legit was a waste, because it doesn't feel like it's progressing us at all. You know what I mean? And if anything, it's making people feel like, why wasn't some of the attention that was given to this thing given to, you know, like the Star Wars, like live action stuff, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, so there was a question earlier, do I think Hayden will be in the Ahsoka show? I don't think so. And I made a video on why, but I'd love to be pleasantly surprised. Speaking of Dragon Ball Z, we were talking about Dragon Ball Z just before we went live, guys. And how's it going? Everyone in the chat. Already 1,300 people in here. Thank you so much. Just in a few minutes. I started, finally, Dragon Ball Z channel.
Nice.
Yeah. I've been obsessed with Dragon Ball Z since I was a kid, just like Star Wars, and you know, it fluctuated. Each one would take its place, and so if you guys want to go subscribe, you can be the... I subscribe to myself, so you guys could be the second.
I'll go subscribe.
Dragon Ball Theory, go check it out. Wait, where'd Josh go? There we go.
We should throw some stuff on there together too, because I would like, we could spend just like a couple hours.
Well, I just messaged Danny and I was like, yo, we should do a podcast together. And I was thinking the three of us could get together and we could do like a 6 show on that.
Oh yeah, dude, that
and talk about anime and everything.
Yeah, I would go ham on that for sure. Hopefully, and I know Danny feels this too. It's like, hopefully Dragon Ball is, you know, it's like, hopefully their next animated series is actually coming. You know what I mean? It's been rumored for a long time. You know, Geekdom himself has been sort of embroiled in like a controversy about even covering it. I believe him. I feel like he was accurate. I feel like they sort of pulled the rug out. But yeah, it's interesting, man. If they do actually get that anime coming out, Dragon Ball, I've always said this. I think Dragon Ball has the potential to be just as big as Star Wars or Marvel. It has mass appeal, bro, and it has hard nostalgia for people like us, the exact people that those other fandoms sort of leverage, for the hype and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, is I used to draw Dragon Ball Z when I was a little kid. It's like everything started at age 6 for me. It's funny.
Who didn't draw Dragon Ball, bro? Right?
I have my folder right.
I wish I had my stuff, man. I feel like Dragon Ball was like the art, especially for like young American kids who weren't like super familiar with anime style. Like, dude, we saw the art. For me personally, like not even on the show, I think I remember seeing the art on like a card game or something first, and being like, "What is that?" You know what I mean? And then like seeing the show at my cousin's later on and being like, "Yo, that's that thing I saw." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, let's talk about Rock, bro. You want to
talk about Geode? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, man, Geode. We're divided on Geode.
Yeah, it's not for me. So
I think it's the coolest idea I've ever heard. And I actually need the chat to help me out here, because there has to be more to the story, like what Theory's telling me, and like we watched a little bit of like Jay's video on it. It's like there has to be more than the story, dude. Like, I'm sorry. I'm just
just an old sketch of Vader. And I was like freaking 2. I don't know.
That's sweet, dude. I don't have any of that stuff. I threw like all that stuff.
Like folders. I got folders and folders and folders of just so much different stuff.
Yeah, but dude.
Yeah. So what do you think about that boulder? What do you think about Geode?
Dude, okay. Let's just be real, guys. Let's just be real. I mean, Star Wars is looking for something fresh. It's obvious that the High Republic, they're treating the High Republic as an incubator of sorts to see what cool ideas they could pull out and take into live action. So I think, considering that so much energy and time was spent on the High Republic, and they obviously think that it's such like very important to Disney and to Disney Star Wars.
Yeah.
We as fans should be required to take silly little things like a rock Jedi very seriously, and consider that maybe all Jedi should be rocks. The more I thought about it, I was like, well, if all of the Jedi were just rocks and the galaxy was just full of all these boulders, then at least the lack of character depth in Disney Star Wars would make a little bit more sense. Am I right? No, it's a horrible idea. Geode is ridiculous. Do you think
I don't get it.
Do you think they're going to be really mad at me for that? I kind of hammed that up.
I don't think they watch our shit. They're too busy coming up with rocks.
They're too busy coming up with brilliant ideas like a rock character. No, for real, if somebody in the chat can make it make sense to me, that would be cool. Because
yeah, I don't get it. I mean, whatever. It's yeah. So check it out. Spider-Man.
Yo, nice. You have like a naked lady next to her or next to him? Is that
there are? Yeah, there are a bunch of naked ladies.
That's why they threw all my stuff out.
Yeah. I've drawn a lot of naked ladies as a kid. What can I say? I was a boy. Yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, the thing with the High Republic is that it's cool. It's just not for me. I'm not really interested in it. And again, I can't really talk much about it because I haven't fully seen it, fully read it. So I don't want to be, I want to give something, a full read but I just can't get through it.
So we were talking,
and maybe it's great, dude. Maybe it's awesome, but we
were talking a little bit about this before we went live, and like we both sort of feel the same way, where it's like, we haven't necessarily given it a fair enough shot to like really go in on it, right? But at the same time, I will say that I think we can pretty fairly say from a marketing perspective, they have not done enough to grab us. And we are massive Star Wars fans. There was a time when I would buy almost anything that was coming out Star Wars. Yeah. There was a time where I was like, yo, they're treating me good. I feel like everything matters. This is dope. Yeah. And I'm so far removed from that spot. In the High Republic, like I have literally given the High Republic $0. Zero. And I don't think I ever will. Like, just being real, again, I would have to be really compelled, dude.
I still bought their books. I still supported, and they sent me a few of them, well, one of them. They haven't sent me the other one. I don't think they will, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm gonna support, but I'll have my consensus about it too. It's you know, over the weekend I was speaking to someone, and basically one thing they were saying was like, oh, you should be more careful with what you say because you have such a big channel, blah blah blah. It's like, look, I'm not here to be a big channel. I'm not here to influence others. I'm here to just be a Star Wars fan and talk about Star Wars the way I see it. And somehow I amassed a following. Cool. I'm very grateful for that. But I'll never tailor what I say because it'll come out this or that, or maybe persuade some people. I understand that I have maybe a voice at this point, and I got to be a little bit careful as to what I can say. But in terms of completely tailoring the construct of what I say and what I'm all about, I'll never do that.
Yeah,
the delivery method, yeah, I'll tailor it. I'll change that.
Yeah.
But
well, yeah, for sure. And this, you know, we were sort of talking about this as well. It's a weird situation because there is the authenticity of content creators is a valued thing. Like, people like that. Like, they like to know for real what's going on. And I found personally that the more I have opened up with my audience, the more I have been you know, real, I guess, I've got a lot of positive responses back from that.
Yeah,
but I
absolutely.
also know for sure that you can't just be sort of very flagrant or like in your feelings, that people respond differently to. And I think you've always done a great job of this, but I think like it is fair to say that like what personally bothers us maybe isn't what we should make the content focus around.
Absolutely. Yeah.
If what you're trying to do is sort of build content that brings people together. If you're not trying to do that, then by all means do whatever you'd like. But if the goal is to like bring people together, then yeah, like I don't know. You're right.
Which
like,
is why I continuously am focusing on just like I've always mainly focused on my own stuff, like fan fictions or comic books or right now I've been for the last few months I've been digging the making of books. Amazing.
Yep.
Amazing stuff I'm learning in there.
Yeah. You're fine. It's like you're finding your own way to extract like enjoyment from Star Wars. And like you're just that's your thing. Yep.
What I like, you know, not necessarily what's popular or you know, whatever. In response to this question, Dragon Ball is cool, but how many channels do you really need? Seems like that's coming from a financial standpoint. How many channels do I really need? Star Wars Theory. So if I stopped focusing on my other channels and I just focused more on Star Wars Theory, I'd make more money. But it's my passion for these other channels and other topics of, you know, pop culture and this and that I'm interested in, that I'd like to take a break from Star Wars sometimes and go make content for that, because I love to create content, love to create videos. So from a financial standpoint, I actually lose money by focusing on these other channels. But from a creator standpoint and from a soul standpoint, I find it much more worth my time because it's more enjoyable to be able to diversify and like, oh, cool. Like one day I can cover Cobra Kai, one day I can cover Star Wars, one day I can cover Dragon Ball Z. We know one day I can cover, I don't know, whatever. So yeah, I don't need any channels anymore, actually. I don't even need to be on YouTube anymore, to be honest, from a financial standpoint. But I do it because I love it, man, because I love you guys, because you guys show up and you're here, you know? So, Josh, you a fan of any other anime?
Oh, yeah. I mean, my favorite anime of all time is actually Samurai Champloo. So that's my favorite anime. I like Cowboy Bebop. I like Trigun. Those are kind of like older ones, though. I'm a fan of like Demon Slayer. As far as new ones go, I like anime. I'm not like a weeb or anything like that. Like I'd probably consider myself like a anime normie or like a swarmy, like halfway between.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like anime for sure.
Cool. Someone asks, well, maybe let's not cover that. Let's cover. Well, you know what? I'll tell you my thoughts. I didn't enjoy the ending of WandaVision. I thought it was just like kind of made the whole show pointless. Like we didn't need to even use like what the hell? Didn't need to see that.
I'll say this. Here's what I'll say.
Dream sequence.
Yeah, dude. I'll say there's a lot that I really didn't like about the episode. I've talked about it at great length. Also, the crappy parts of this season are exacerbated by the fact that I think Matt Shackman literally tried to troll us on purpose with the Evan Peters thing, which is like very disrespectful. It is very similar to like Luke Skywalker level bullcrap, you know what I mean, from Last Jedi. So there are some people that are super upset about that. And from what I understand, Shackman literally said the inspiration for doing it was the Iron Man 3 Mandarin thing, which I don't know if you know about that theory, but like they trolled fans super hard into thinking that Ben Kingsley was going to be the Mandarin, who's this like really cool character from the comics, ended up being like a drunk Fugazi thing. And it was a little upsetting. And so it just seems like they just had fun. Like they used fans' expectations against them. And I'm just going to go on record and say it's a very bad idea. And without going too hard on them, it personally really soured me. It really turned me off. So I'm pretty upset about it.
Yeah. I didn't feel like it was great, but
yeah. It's like,
okay. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Hurts me physically to say Trigun and Cowboy Bebop are old. Another good one is Outlaw Star. I miss the old anime that actually had endings. I don't know.
Dude, endings. Yeah.
I know Bebop.
Ending. Yeah, Bebop's great. You ever watch Evangelion? Genesis? Bro, no. You gotta watch Evangelion just because it's like a badge of honor for anime fans to like watch Evangelion and then be like, okay, so what do you think that meant? And then everybody's like, I have no idea, dude. Like, what happened? It's basically like a mech anime that halfway through making just a normal mech anime, the creator was going through like a nervous breakdown. And so he made it like really dark. And so it ends in a way that's like, ooh, weird.
Did Ezra save Ahsoka from dying in the portal scene? Yes.
For sure. Yeah. What's up, Nerd Vengers? I see you too. I see you, baby.
You both need to watch Attack on Titan. It's fire. Yeah, my buddy told me about that show back when it first came out. Yeah. And I didn't watch it. I should have.
Well, they kind of screwed that anime. Had a really crazy problem where like it was very popular and then they took some time off to try to let the manga catch up or something. And bro, like they lost all the hype. Like it's a very hype show, but it had the opportunity to be like Dragon Ball level. And where the show, like where the manga goes for Attack on Titan, it's crazy, dude. Like it's nuts. So I can only imagine where the anime is now. It's probably starting to get to that wild stuff.
Probably, yeah. In regards to Anakin's personal feelings about being the chosen one, he never asked to be the chosen one, you know? And as Obi-Wan always says, it's like, he's like, I didn't ask to be put on the canon. He's like, but it's what you wanted. So it's kind of like Anakin always had this expectation that, you know, he should be this or that or something special. But
like, your relationship with Palpatine seems to be paying off.
Yeah, besides like Labyrinth of Evil or, you know, some of the old Legends books now, which I still consider canon because they were in the time of when George Lucas was around. So to be honest, anything that was created with George Lucas's stamp, I consider canon. I don't think it's right for Disney to come in there and just, no, it's not canon. It's like what Labyrinth of Evil is not canon anymore. Come on, give me a break. That's literally in between episode 2 and 3. Like what?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
what about the novelization?
Yeah, the whole situation's rather weird, you know, with all that and with the canon situation. I'm not a super big fan of it.
Am I thinking of making short films or whatever it may be on other things? Yeah, maybe. I'm a little bit dried out right now with making all the CG stuff, but yeah, I mean, I'd love to have a production company with just, you know, making VFX stuff. I think it would be sweet.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
And I can get wrecked by Mace Windu. I don't think so. Not if he was fighting in the light side.
True, because then he couldn't use the dark side against him.
Well, he couldn't use his Vapod thing. like Mace Windu couldn't use Vapod against Anakin. Theory, Uche's comments about your channel on 3PO's channel the other day teared me up for the first time since Luke. You really are an inspiration. Well, it teared me up too, man. I after that, it gave me inspiration to continue making content, to be honest. Because it, you know, maybe made me see like, geez, like right under my nose, there are people that actually need this stuff and enjoy it. It's pretty cool. I'll be both. You're both my biggest role models. I don't know if that's saying anything good. I just became a member to Theory. I love everything you do, and Josh, I'm also a fan. But you didn't have to disrespect my boy Jimmy like that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. It's cringe.
Who's Jimmy?
Character in WandaVision. Like, okay, just one thing on WandaVision. I said a lot of these performances were pretty cringy, And I actually, throughout the whole show, was excusing it because I thought there'd be an explanation. I thought there could be like another layer pulled back where you find out that these characters were not actually themselves.
Yeah.
But that never happened. And I was like, oh, no, they just are poorly written, cringy performances. So that's why he's upset about me talking about Jimmy like that.
The episode wasn't great, but at the end of the day, it was Wanda's story. She became Scarlet Witch. Right.
Sure.
So what's the deal with the X-Men tie-in with Pietro? What the hell?
Oh my God, bro, let's not go there.
Like, it doesn't make any sense now.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's the worst decision that Marvel Studios has made in a long time. It's pretty bad.
How does that make sense, though?
It's just like, I don't know. I mean, look, I don't understand it. Like, I would love to get an explanation of like how they feel as though that would have gone over in like a lighthearted, fun way. You know what I mean? I just don't understand. So for me, no, it's a big no-no. They fucked up.
Well, yeah, I got it. Maybe Agatha's from the other timeline.
So here's the thing.
Universe?
Actually, like I was working on a theory video about it because there's this whole theory that perhaps he is still that Quicksilver and something is strange is happening, and that's why he was both the witness protection person and that they don't know. Like Jimmy says this weird thing where he's like, the people that knew the witness protection person don't even remember him. So something weird is going on. But I'll say this, it doesn't matter because you did the boner joke. So even if there is like some crazy thing going on there, it doesn't matter. You left us hanging, bro. After a year off, you left us hanging on a boner joke with that. I'm not okay. Yeah. I'm personally not okay with that. I think it is in poor taste.
Confusing. It's confusing as hell.
It's disrespectful, dude. It's disrespectful.
Yeah. And I love that Quicksilver. So
I love that Quicksilver too.
What if Obi-Wan was the sole survivor? Episode 3, Yoda loses to Palps, but everything else ends the same. Would he choose to do things differently then? Would he restart the order? Yeah, I think he'd pick himself up after a few months of... He'd basically be Luke from The Last Jedi for a couple months, and then he'd get his act together and be like, well, wait.
I think Obi could step up to the plate.
Yeah. I stopped super chatting here because they never get read, but I just want to support you, Theory. Let's go, Star Wars Chosen One.
Nice. What a weird one to actually get read, right?
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Do you like the Thrawn from the original Thrawn trilogy or the canon Disney Thrawn more?
They both have cool.
They're both cool. Yeah, they're both sweet.
We'll have to see. I mean, the jury's kind of out on the Disney Thrawn. He's not apparently he's going to be a very big part of where they're going. So we're going to get a whole good look at him. And if it's Disneyfied, watered down Thrawn, we'll call it out.
You know, number one thing I want to see in the Kenobi show or in any Star Wars production is an Order 66 flashback with an Anakin scene. I've been gunning for this. I've been shipping for this. No one ever talks about it. No one gives a crap about it. I want to see it. It is what I want. That's what I want. Give me what I want, please.
Some people want to see Kylo and Rey together. Theory wants to see that lightsaber and the younglings together. Bam, 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 bam.
That's what I want. I want to see him go full insane against Jedi Masters in the temple. Like cloak up, just
like a game of Beat Saber. Yeah. Hallway scene? No. Huh? Hallway scene? Do you want to? Would you do
I want a hallway scene. I want a room scene. I want a cathedral scene. I want a stairway scene. I want a
dude, John Wick
in
style.
The air scene.
Dude, John Wick style. Just
yeah. Everything, man. I want to like falling from space scene. Just want it all, baby. What if after Vader cut off Luke's hand on Bespin, he sees his son scared and realizes what he's done? Anakin then comes back to the light. Nah. He wouldn't do that.
You know, we didn't actually talk about Obi-Wan and Ahsoka in Andor. Do you want to?
Yeah, let's do that quickly.
Pac-Man, I don't want to talk to you, bro. You're so selfish with all the fruit. Always running from the ghost. I don't want to talk to you. So the rumor is that Obi-Wan and Ahsoka as the Fulcrum character will be perhaps in the Andor series.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of this?
Yeah, give me it. Makes sense. Everyone sleeps on the Andor series, and since it ever was rumored, right now, people were like, Whatever. And Mark even was just like, whatever. Who cares? I don't care about this Andor series. And like, dude, I've been stoked for it. Stoked is like so stoked and psyched at the same time. I've been stoked for it. I'm gonna make it a thing. I've been stoked for this thing ever since I heard about it because I know what a great time it is in the Empire.
It is a good time period. It is a good time period, but bro, let's be real.
Do I care about Andor? No.
Right. They had to put other stuff in there, right? So like it's a weird show to me. Like I look, I'm sure it's still gonna be cool, but like here's what's really weird about the show. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. I could be maybe I'm out on a limb here. Did Kathy not bring out Alan Tudyk and Diego Luna when she announced the show? That happened, right?
Yeah.
And then they later said Alan Tudyk ain't even in the show, at least not like at first.
No, did they say Alan Tudyk was in it?
That was reported. He's not going to be in the show, at least not until like the end of the season or maybe later.
I thought he originally was, but I feel like that was just my bad. And I was like, oh no, I assumed.
Maybe we all assumed because she brought him out on the stage with him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, bro. Like, I feel like that show was a show they announced and then figured out how to make good, which is stupid. Like, to me, I'm just like, I don't get it, man. Like, I personally don't get it. I think that, dude, the actor's great. You know, Diego Luna's great. That movie is great. But I still don't feel like we need a Cassian Andor show. And I feel like making a Cassian Andor show and then plugging in all these other cool characters, why not just focus on making other cool stuff?
Here's the thing, man. I feel like they're too afraid to make a show called Vader or a show called Sidious and the Empire or a show called Luke's Return. So they'll call it Mandalorian. They'll call it Cassian Andor, and they'll like snakily throw Vader in there in like some scenes or whatever, and that's like the limelight of it all. It's like, whoa, but they don't understand. Like, hey, let me just give you a show about Darth Vader going through the entire galaxy, hunting down Jedi from Order 66. Relevant Jedi, not just made up crappy Jedi from whatever that I just pulled out of my bumhole. I'm like a real show that is 95% focused on Vader. He is in 95% of the scenes. But they don't do this, and I don't know why. It's like they don't want to make money for some reason.
Yeah,
so they give us these like little baby shows of like, oh, Cassian Andor or whatever, and then we'll have a scene. I guarantee you, just watch what happens. We'll have a scene or two of Vader in there. We'll have a couple mentions of the Emperor, maybe Krennic, maybe Tarkin will be in there, and that's it. Dude, stop beating around the bush. Give me a goddamn show that goes directly into the meat of the matter of what Star Wars is. I don't care about these extra characters, man. Like, give me the goods. Don't dance around it.
Why do you feel that is? It's like they can't get nerdy. They got to get smart. It's like they got to get all smart.
Yeah, well, I see these suits sitting up there and like, maybe we should do this show and that show. It's like, no, dude, bring a freaking sweaty nerd in there and he'll tell you how to run the company and you'll make tons of millions and billions of dollars and you'll have a better franchise because of it. It's like, I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yes,
but it's also the same thing with on the plus side of going with these extra characters or whatever, like Andor or whatever, is that you have now more of a flexibility of being able to go in any direction that you want, which is cool.
That is cool.
So while I want, the shows that are just saturated, with Vader, I also love the idea of Andor and this and that because it allows you to go in this direction, in that direction. You can go and find out what, let's say the remnants of the Jedi Temple from Order 6. Like, you can go to there or whatever. You could do that with Vader too, but you could get it from a different person's perspective. Maybe someone who's a little more neutral than someone who's, so biased as Vader, or like Luke, let's say, Luke was pretty open-minded by the end of it. But that being said, I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm very excited for it, and I've been excited for that show since day one when everyone else was against it.
I think it's fair. So you're kind of like saying that this is just a really interesting time, and through the lens of this show, you're hoping to see a lot of your favorite things from just a new angle, kind of, is what you're saying. Like, that's fair. I mean, I think that's totally fair.
Instead of a show that covers Vader, it's like you're looking at Vader from like the behind the corner of a wall, and you're like peeking, and you're like, you get to see. This is what that show I feel like will do.
Yeah, no, I feel you, man. It's funny because I think Star Wars fans I mean, we're let's be real, we're really really hard to please. You know what I mean? We're really hard to please. But I think that what we're both kind of saying here is like not as hard as maybe Disney's making it right now, where like they could just give us some cool things. And to be fair, Mando season 2 does give you a lot of cool things. I think that's a step in the right direction. It felt like, hey, this is clearly stuff that fans enjoy and want. Let's give it to them, you know what I mean, and not be so bound by our whatever constraints for whatever reason. That's super cool. Andor, though, just just to push back a little bit, feels like it comes out of that other school of thought, though, because it was announced around the same time as like the original Obi-Wan show, and we know that that was a time period at Lucasfilm where they were clearly making a lot of mistakes and not handling things as well as they are now with Mandalorian. So I still just have so much like, I don't know, I guess trepidation when it comes to Andor, because it just feels like it comes from that place of that Kathy Kennedy Lucasfilm that was like, what were y'all doing then? You know what I mean? So, it can work and they can fix it, but it's not a John show. It's not a Jon Favreau show. It's not a Filoni show. It's not a show that I'm personally like, heck yeah, I'm excited about the talent and I'm excited about the behind the scenes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And so here's something that I see all the time, and thank you, Christopher, for sending that. And yeah, you're absolutely right. This is something that they've been saying for a long time, is we don't want to saturate, the characters, that when you throw them in the scene, it's all about them, because we get very excited. Yeah. So imagine if you have a show that's all about them. It's not going to make anyone less excited the next time they roll around at all.
Especially if it's well done, because I feel like there's a measure of what he's describing there that is happening in a bad way, where it's like, it's almost the opposite, where it's like, you feel like you're being teased over and over again just because of the nostalgia, rather than actually dedicating time and energy to giving a good complex story with these characters. It's almost like we're going to sprinkle this to tease you, but not actually substantively address any of the things with the character. So to me, I'd rather like do that, like go for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, chat, do you guys like this angle more, or do you like this angle? Mix it up a little bit.
Maybe we should both just get real close to the camera, dude.
See, my brace is probably better.
Y'all like those?
So Salvatore makes a great comment. Star Wars, the Inquisitors. Dude, imagine a show that covers them and their story and their trials and tribulations and falls and whatever. And we get to see Vader training them and all this stuff. So it's like, you don't have Vader showing them all that, you're not showing Vader all that much, but just like the Cassian show, but you get to see so much more on that side of the veil.
Yeah, I agree. That would be sick, dude. Almost like a master commander type situation where like Vader would be like the big boss in charge, debriefing and briefing and sending them out on missions. Like, dude.
Yeah.
Be kind of sick.
Yo, thank you, Winterfell. What do we think about the Lando series? Yeah, I'm all for it.
Lando series sounds dope, dude.
Yeah. Two of you inspired me to create. I'd give more. Well, thanks for being here. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Wait, so what do you guys like out more, or do you like in?
Are we innie or outie?
I don't know.
Or outie.
Okay, sorry. Let me rephrase it. Type 1 if you like this, where we're zoomed in, and type 2 if you like zoomed out.
Why does it feel like when we're zoomed out, the camera's like more high def?
Not mine.
Mine's
high def.
No, but
mine's high def.
It's still high def, but
it's enlarging, pixels.
Yeah.
It's not like we're actually zooming in. I mean, I could actually zoom.
Whoa.
There. Now it's like a little more.
It gets weirder every week. Sorry, guys.
I don't know what everyone voted. Everyone's voting 2. Okay, so you guys like this one.
Which one was that?
The out.
We're outie, bro.
We're outie, I guess. Okay.
Outie style.
Fine. We'll roll with that. If they make your fan film, it'll be the greatest picture of all time, Vader embodying the greatest human emotions. They'll never make my fan film, because my script is something that I don't think that it's anything they would ever think of. I go really it's a pretty solid script, dude. It's a really cool freaking script. I'm pulling from things from like concept art from goddamn originals. And I'm throwing in so many different characters. I'm throwing it's I would love to just sit down and read it because I don't even know when I'll be able to make it. It's kind of sad.
It's like, oh, okay. Yeah. Is that what you meant before with the script?
What do you mean?
In the Discord chat when we were chatting?
About reading the script? No, okay. I meant like we could do like a table read of different Star Wars movies, of different Star Wars scripts, like episode 3. We could,
Oh, okay. Yeah. That'd be fun.
It'd be fun. And then we could invite people in the chat to come in and they could read.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I'm gonna put a little twist on it though.
Yeah, maybe other Star Wars channels.
Yeah, when Disney took the Raid movies cast and then did nothing with them. That was brilliant.
What's this?
This was like back in the day. Like they did the cast from the Raid. They were the people in the scene with Han Solo, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, they're gonna do this crazy Raid action scene." Nope.
You guys reading my super chat was one of my favorite moments ever. Thanks for making cool content. And Josh, what would you think of me animating that unfinished clip from WandaVision with Scratchy in basement?
If you animate it, I mean, I'll react to it or whatever on a stream, and that would be cool, but it will also break my heart, so don't. Yeah. That's what we hear, Commander.
That's what we're talking about. Yeah. What's up? Love you all. Def getting pumped for some new Star Wars action. Love the content.
Yeah, hopefully it's on the way.
No, sorry. Good luck, though. I got my hands tied with enough stuff.
Yeah, man. Producing
best of luck. Stuff. Yeah, best of luck. Most heart-wrenching Star Wars moment for you? You were my brother, Anakin. Just listen to Plagueis. Do you think Acolyte will be touching this and sum up the birth of Anakin, which I think Palps will touch on in Bad Batch, hopefully with some Darth Vader arc within the series? I think Darth Vader will be in the Bad Batch for sure. I can't say not.
I think he'll be referenced at the very least. It's right around that time. You know, he's coming into his own. He's actually being introduced to the whole galaxy. I'd love to get a look at that meeting. You know, Palpatine shows up. He's like, by the way, this is Lord Vader.
Well, he doesn't introduce him for a long time. And that's why even when he shows up, clones start firing at him.
For real?
Yeah.
That would be real cool to see.
Yeah. I've covered some comics on it. Pretty sweet.
I bet Palpatine did that on purpose because he's like, hey, see him take a few shots.
New member. Thank you, guys. Thanks so much. Hey, I really enjoyed the Battlefront stream that we did the other day for members only. It was a really great time.
We're gonna do some gaming soon too, bro. We gotta, you and I, we're gonna get some gaming going on. Maybe after I move. I'm moving in the next couple of weeks. So
yeah, I mean, Star Wars is a little slow right now, and you know, it's crazy that still 2,500 to last week we had almost 4,000 of you show up just to listen to us talk, and we get so much feedback from you guys being like, oh, we love the show. Like if we miss 5 seconds, we rewind it for a minute to see if, make sure we didn't miss anything. It's crazy, what you guys have created here with us, and we owe it all to you. So we're gonna keep doing it. We love this, and once Star Wars is, of course, back in the limelight,
it'll be popping,
baby.
It will be
Force Unleashed Disney Plus series. Yeah, of course.
Be cool.
Kenobi versus Lando. Kenobi versus with Lando, Andor, and Kenobi shows.
I mean, that'd be fun, dude. Throw some connective tissue in there. I'm down. That seems fun. Again, though, if that's the new direction, if that's what they're doing, that's great. I just don't feel like that's how it started, so I'm a little skeptical.
Ahsoka show and Book of Bo will be top tier due to John and Dave. Yeah, but Obi-Wan show has John and Dave watching over it too.
Well, Deborah Chow as well. So, yeah. I mean, Chow is a fantastic, if anything, the only thing that would have made season 2 a little bit better is if we got a Deborah Chow episode. I think she's an absolute stud.
Yeah. Let's just dream and say, what if they make your fan film? Because for a Vader show, we need a powerful and hey, if they want to buy my script, I'm all for it. No problem.
No problemo.
Yeah. And of course they'll be like, Pablo probably sitting over there. What did this YouTuber? What do you say? Tick? YouTubers are ticks.
Yeah, they're tick.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Ahsoka used the code name for Fulcrum, then Andor used it. In Ahsoka book, Bail alludes to Kenobi and wants to have her meet up with him. It all connects.
It does, and it's cool. Like, I'm not saying it's not cool, and if it executes properly and it's dope, then heck yeah, man, I'm gonna be pumped.
Heck yeah.
I mean, look, I just want to see some Star Wars ships flying around. I'm a simple man, but at the same time, if it's not absolutely perfect, I'll crap all over it.
My favorite books are about Plagueis and Bane. Oh, because they're the most interesting. The Jedi stories aren't really all that interesting, to be honest.
Yeah, it's really hard to make those characters compelling. Instead, make them rocks.
Yeah. Hey, chat, can you enlighten me on the whole rock thing? Because I don't really understand it still. I mean, I've seen, clips and stuff. And
I just found out about it tonight. Theory told me about it tonight, and I think it's hilarious. I really do.
Yeah, can you pull them up? Geode?
What? Geode?
Yeah.
Yo, I'll pull up Geode, bro. Give me a second. I'm sure he's just a Google away.
I actually don't know what happens to Barris.
I'll do you one better. I'll do a Geode meme.
What are you guys' favorite sabers in Star Wars lore? Probably Malgus. What about you?
Favorite sabers?
Mm-hmm.
This is a good meme. I like it's stupid, but I like Kit Fistos because it's works underwater. So I love the idea of like doing a lightsaber fight underwater.
I feel you. What I want to see in Fallen Order 2, for them to basically just remake Fallen Order 1, but with a new story or continuing the story, because it was amazing. I really enjoyed the game a lot. I want to see Cal Kestis, really flesh out his powers. I want to see him maybe take on Vader.
There's Geode.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Just
like I said, man, it's not for me, but whatever. Do you think Taika's trilogy will be worth it? Yeah, 100%. For the rumor has it, it's going to be all Old Republic. No,
I don't think he's doing a trilogy. No, he's just doing a film, yo.
He's doing a movie, but
yeah,
he says it can't turn into a trilogy.
That would be sick. I mean, look, the dude's very talented, and if they go far back with him, then sure, I'd love that. I mean, I actually think Taika's like he's an incredible talent.
He's a very talented guy.
Yeah. I was only down about that announcement because it didn't make sense. The timing was weird, and all they announced was that there was a script being worked on. It didn't make sense. But I'm pumped about Taika doing the film.
I don't understand The Rock, and I'm not sure I want to. Thanks, Riley. F in the chat for the storyboard. What storyboard? What happened?
What storyboard?
What happened, boys? I'd like to see Delta Squad show up in Bad Batch. Looking forward to Republic Commando being redone in PS5. Yeah, don't get your hopes up. It's not going to be redone, but it's going to be, a little bit revamped.
Everybody's hot. Marco's hot. Just went from 6 to midnight. B Yoshi? Right on. Right on.
Hottest Star Wars chick.
I mean, how can you go wrong with Amidala, bro? Amidala?
Well, she was my crush when I was a little kid.
Leia. Sakura's pretty.
Oh, probably Sakura. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you think we're going to see with Obi-Wan Kenobi and Ahsoka Tano in the Andor show? How do you think they could... What role do you think they would have if they come in there? Let's talk about it.
So I think some people are saying the big benefit would be to have it actually tie into the show. Now, do we know which one comes out first? Obi-Wan, you would... or...
No, dude. I think probably Andor. Okay, I don't think Obi-Wan's going to come... Well, you know what, dude? Obi-Wan's probably going to come out like fall of 2022.
So you think? So here's the thing. Bail is chilling with Leia, and Andor knows and is likely doing some kind of spy wet work stuff for Andor, Mon Mothma, and other people in the Resistance, right?
Right.
So I guess the question is, do all of them know about Luke? Do all of them know about Obi-Wan? Is Ahsoka as Fulcrum still out there doing weird stuff? And here's what's interesting about this. The Ahsoka bit could be their tie-in to Thrawn. Right now in canon with Andor and all that, we have Thrawn is not mentioned in Rogue One at all. It'd be sick if he was. This could be their opportunity to implant some Thrawn stuff with some Fulcrum stuff, if that is indeed sort of the big play for them. Now that, having spoken that out loud, could actually make a lot more sense as to why they would plug this in, and I would be actually pretty excited for that. If they're fleshing out Thrawn by bringing in Ahsoka, what do you think?
Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, I feel like they could bring in a whole bunch of characters at this point. Obi-Wan's role in it, I mean, obviously he's going to be looking over Luke this whole time.
But
he's going to be tied to the planet.
Really be right. He can't.
So I'm thinking Andor could maybe come out after Obi-Wan, and it could show
after
what Obi-Wan's as it nears the end of the show, we could maybe see a little bit of Obi-Wan. It's stuff that we haven't seen since the Kenobi show that ended. Maybe the Kenobi show ends with him killing Maul. Who knows?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Or I think there's always been an opportunity, and we've talked about this, where maybe just one mission, Obi-Wan leaves Tatooine. Maybe just one thing takes him off planet. And perhaps we see that in the Andor show and not in the Obi-Wan.
Let's stop the show. Left Coast graphic says Ahsoka will not be in Andor. So let's.
Oh, okay. Well, now I feel very foolish.
Yeah, me too. Ask Josh about the. What?
That's the name, the boner name. So my audience has been trolling me super hard from the boner joke because they know I'm super bothered by it. So he even changed his name to Boner Venger or whatever.
That's fine.
And so they've been coming into the chat, bro. Just the boner. There's been so many boners in my chat lately. I've had to beat these boners away with a stick. You know what I mean?
Could I pin the Nerd Theory merch? Yeah, sure. I could do that right now. What if in the Kenobi series we get a scene where Sidious tells Vader that he killed Padme just to taunt him?
It'd be dope.
It'd be cool. Look, the thing with Vader is he's a very fragile being. A lot of people don't understand this. You could break him mentally pretty easily just by bringing up Padme. Tough day, gents. Found out I have Lyme disease. It's not too good, but we're fighting. This is helping a lot. Keep it going. Nate, I hope you have a quick recovery on that. Lyme disease is no joke. Didn't Justin Bieber have it and he recovered?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know too much about it. I know varying degrees of, I think it's technically that the body has an autoimmune reaction to it that can be somewhat permanent. And I think that even the medicine and the science on that is getting better and better each year. Yeah. All I can say is I know some people that have had real bad struggles with it. I know some people that have had not so bad struggles with it. Life is a weird, twisted trail, and hopefully whatever challenges are ahead of you, Nate, there are challenges that you can meet.
Yeah, Nate, we're gunning for you, man. And also know that, it's not a promising comment, but technology is always advancing. So something that may not be curable now, 10 years from now, maybe 5 years, 2 years, 20 years.
Yeah, man. And don't give up. State of mind is so important. No matter what the physical world throws at you, you will always have some modicum of control of how you process that. And that is really that's really important.
It's very important to your recovery and everything.
Exactly. Your mental health is actually important to your physical health. You know what I mean? In my opinion. So,
yeah. So we love you, man. Always drop in whenever you want. Much love from FI. Also, is Ilum Starkiller base? It is. Yeah. Oh, so I want to take back what I said about Ayla. So I think the most attractive Star Wars chick is Bastila Shan.
Bastila Shan. All right.
I'm going to go with Bastila Shan.
I heard that.
Yeah. Bastila Shan.
I mean, I was going to say, yeah, Yaddle is a close second.
Yale's a close second. She's a little too tall for me, though. We live in a world where Geode the Rock is canon, but KOTOR isn't. We live in a Twilight Zone. Yeah.
Next
You
thing,
know,
the next one's going to be that one of the other Jedi is banging the Rock. And so then it's like going to be a whole thing where they're like, you can have sex with a rock. It's not a real thing.
well,
like,
yeah, now, they clarified that you can have sex, which is nothing new. But you just can't.
I know, but I was just playing.
Right, yeah, could, hook up with the Rock or whatever. Yeah, I don't really know how that works. Brenda says, I love your channel. Thank you for sharing your love with Star Wars, for Star Wars with us. Saludos. Desde Washington State. Oh, cool. Hey, I got a question. So there's Washington D.C. and then there's Seattle, Washington.
Yes.
So okay. So which one is the state?
Seattle's a city in Washington State. Washington D.C. is a district.
So Washington D.C. is a city.
Yes, Washington D.C. is like Rome in Italy. Like it's a city. It's almost like a city state that exists in the country. So like we have 50 states, and then D.C. is technically a
It's
district.
Like the Vatican. It's like the Vatican.
That's exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Considered a country.
Yeah, except DC's not a country. It's just a place where all the super corrupt people get together, screw us, the rest of us over,
and do stuff. So which state is Washington D.C. in?
Technically, it borders like Virginia, New York.
Oh, wow.
I think
so it's just literally just a district. It's not even.
Yeah.
Didn't know. Yeah, I was always very confused. I'm like, how do you guys have two cities? Which one's the which? Thanks, Brenda.
Yeah, it's weird.
We live in a world where Geode. It's not a state. Thank you. I'm just a stupid Canadian. What can I say?
Dude, most Americans don't really know what all that is anyway. Maryland, yeah, it's technically.
Is that a state?
Yes.
Maryland is a state.
Mm-hmm.
It's a federal district. Okay, thank you. Geography lesson for the day. I was going to say geology and geography lesson. We got Geode and what do you guys want to see from a R-rated Vader or Maul film? Right, so everyone talks about this. Do you want to see an R-rated? And that was my point with the Vader fan film, was to make an R-rated, almost like horror style, Star Wars project. But that doesn't mean to say that I want swearing and all this stuff and vulgarness in Star Wars. It's just I want it to be dark and brutal in the terms of violence with the fighting. That's it.
Yeah, dude. I think there's some magic darkness in Empire specifically that, like, if I remember being a kid and like you see the Luke face in he cuts off Vader's head and then you see Luke's face in there. That didn't necessarily make a lot of sense to me, but it freaked me out. And I think you don't need it to be rated R for it to be freaky. And I would almost take up the challenge of like, how does one do something mythologically super dark that can grab an adult at their core, at a very uncomfortable part of their soul that maybe they don't necessarily always like to be in touch with, and yet also have it work on the surface level for like a child. I think that is kind of the magic of Star Wars. You know what I mean? How it affects us.
I'm most excited for Obi-Wan and Ahsoka. Book of Boba is third. Well, you know what? Acolyte is pretty high.
Those are all really high for me. And I'm a huge Boba fan. So I'm like, Boba's pretty high for me. Book of Boba's pretty high.
Yeah. Satila is the daughter of Bastila, to be more accurate, a great granddaughter, but still a daughter. Okay.
Oh, all right. All right.
Thanks. Ashley Eckstein punching the air right now. Why?
Yeah, why?
I don't know. In absence of super chat, go back and hit those missed ones, lol G's. Okay. Yeah, so on my end, there will be only a certain amount, and then it refreshes, and they're gone, and I don't see them. I don't get to highlight them, but I can see them if I go back. Would you like me to go back? Rest in peace, my super chat.
Yo.
I just feel like such a jerk. It's like I don't do it on purpose. I just genuinely don't see it.
Yeah.
It's the system.
Mhm.
That's the last super chat I see. Saying hi.
And hi from Virginia. Right on, Mr. Fett. Rock and roll with your bad self.
Revenge of the Sith was like that as a kid. My dad wouldn't take me because of how dark it was until he gave into the dark side. Yeah, Revenge of the Sith was probably the darkest Star Wars movie. Who would you cast as a young Palpatine in something taking place during his training?
Tom Hiddleston.
Michael Fassbender.
Dude, good choice. Good choice. Yeah.
What's going on, guys? Good one for you. Who would win, the Son of Mortis or Doctor Strange?
It would depend on where the battle is taking place, I think.
Well, the Son of Mortis is a god, so, I mean, can't really beat that.
Oh, Strange has beaten many a god.
Imagine the Kenobi Gallery show with Hayden and Ewan. Oh, Ewan. I thought you were going to say Ewok. Ewan back together, like how it was for Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, one can dream, right?
Dude, no, I mean, but it's coming. Like, they've put it pretty much on Front Street. That's going to be an incredible time for us as fans. Getting those two back together, it's going to be a lot of joy in this fandom, brother.
Theory, I forget the person's name that was diagnosed with Lyme disease. I've had it for years. I'm now recovering. If that person needs any guidance, I'm here. I know what it's like. Oh, Kazi, I didn't know that. Damn. How do you get it? You get it from a tick? Like in the forest or something?
Yeah, I think that's a big way that you can get it. I think there's technically other ways, but I'm not like, I don't know. You know, I've heard. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like, you know, shout out to Kazi and shout out to I think it was Cole or something.
That's tough, man.
Mm-hmm. Venture show would be sick, dude.
Yeah, of course, be sick. I mean, I really want them to highlight more of the badass women in Star Wars. Who wins Geode versus Well, Geode can navigate a ship. Can Dwayne Johnson?
Look, Geode acts like a rock until like the ladies are around. And all of a sudden, like he just starts like moving and grooving and doing his thing. So don't sleep on Geode.
Go to StarWars.com and view the Leox Geodis.
We saw that. It doesn't tell us anything. It just says he appears to be a rock. I think we did look at that.
Really? Do you want to look it up or should I grab it?
I'm gonna see. I mean, you could try to find it. I'll see.
I think we'll see Ewan and Hayden in Clone Wars armor. Oh god, imagine that.
Do you think so?
I'm gonna get me excited. Saying hi to Mr. Fett, their bestie nerd. What the hell? You guys are so funny in chat. I love this community.
Yeah, we watched this.
Your thoughts on sex scenes in Star Wars? Let it do it, boys. I don't think it has any place in Star Wars, to be honest.
Yeah, unfortunately, no, I agree with Theory. However, you can have love and you can allude to it, but yeah, let's be real. You don't need that in Star Wars. It's
the
just
most,
like
the most Hayden and Padme kissing. That's the extent of it. You know, that was all. You don't need anything more than that.
Yeah, and that's why fans exist.
Do you think we will ever get a Darth Vader movie show? When would it take place? If so, or how would you like it to go?
Honestly, Kenobi's probably the closest we're gonna get.
Yeah, probably. Most likely. We'll see. But I mean, hey, we could get, you know, after this, we could get a Vader show. Who knows? Tomorrow is the Disney investors meeting. Do you think they'll address all the Lucasfilm problems and demand some changes?
No.
No.
Like, what time do you think it is? Come on, man.
Of course not, dude. Hey guys, I was wondering if you guys know whether or not Dave Filoni is producing or has any sort of creative control over the Bad Batch. Just curious. Yeah, dude, it's his show.
Yeah, I'm not super familiar actually. I assume that he is involved. Yeah. I think he's ahead of animation.
Don't worry, be happy, fellas. Spring is around the corner, and maybe Comic-Con in Calgary.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
It's my B-Day in a couple weeks.
Nice, brother. What are you doing?
Nothing. I was thinking of doing like a stream or something, like a charity stream.
Yeah, let me know what you're doing, man.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Saying hi to Nerd, Washington State Crew, Pixel. What's up, Pixel? What's up, dudes? Hope you're all well. Theory, and thank you for doing your St. Jude's charity streams. Thank you. Oh, by the way, shout out to all of you on the Cobra Kai Theory stream. You guys raised over how much money? Over $10,000.
Dang.
So it's quite a bit.
That's quite a lot of cheddar.
Yeah, for St. Jude's as well. And then over 40,000 here. Saying T 57 days till Bad Batch hype train, dude. You know, it's a perfect day to do that too, May 4th.
It is. It's a great day. I'm gonna be not that pumped about it until a couple weeks out, and then I'm gonna get really pumped and act like I was pumped the whole time.
Yeah. Darth Talon and Acolyte. Yeah, one can only wish, my man.
Right.
Pretty sweet. I just want good stories that hold true to the spirit of George Lucas's Star Wars. I am an avid reader, Plagueis, Thrawn, Bane, Legends, and I have not touched High Republic. Love both of you guys. Yeah, look, I mean, I read some of High Republic, and look, I didn't want to continue it because I just got bored. But that's not to say it's a bad book or anything. It just wasn't for me. It may be that read more of it and it's really amazing. But halfway in, I wasn't really. I was like, well, I'm not interested in this. So yeah. But for those of you who love it, more power to you, man. Glad you guys like it. I'm worried Acolyte will do a Battlefront 2 and only focus on a small portion of the show to the dark side before turning the main character. Oh, I hate that, man.
That would be annoying.
That'd be such BS.
Yeah, that'd be like real Disney.
That'd be garbage.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Washington State is where it's at. Heard a theory that Padme and Anakin rolling in the meadow from Attack of the Clones was Lucas's way of alluding to sex or a sex scene without overly putting it in the movie. Thoughts?
Sure. Sounds good. It was beautiful. I'd love to roll around and feel with Padme. Come on.
Link to your Dragon Ball Theory channel? Sure, man. I'll drop it.
About to be the hottest Dragon Ball channel out.
No, it's just like there for like when I have time.
No.
It's gonna be the
About
hottest
to be the hottest Dragon Ball
hottest ever. All
out.
right, I'm down.
Out. Everybody better recognize. And Jack D. Whiskey seems like he recognizes. So
Jack's a good guy. EU Vader at his peak versus Darkseid. Who did kill Superman without kryptonite? Oh, we didn't. Yeah, so we didn't finish those series. We were meaning to.
Yeah.
I would say
that like Darkseid, dude. Whoo, boy, I don't know a lot of people that could take Darkseid. Just being real.
Grogu is the dark side vessel created by Darth Plagueis and Jar Jar, and Grogu means George. My theory hurts my brain too. Well, okay.
Well, it hurts mine.
Yeah. Wait, did I read this? Heard a theory that Padme and Anakin rolling in the meadow.
Mm-hmm. You did. Yeah. Because I commented about rolling around with Natalie. Yo, by the way, she's looking swole for Thor 4. Have you seen her?
She looks jacked, man.
Dude, I'm into it. Go, girl. Go, girl, go. Shout out to Count Juicy.
Well,
Being a Vegeta fan for 20. Yeah, you're telling me, brother.
I've been a Vegeta fan for 25 years.
Vegeta is the blood of that show, I think. And I would argue with Geekdom about this because while Goku is sort of the heart of the show, everybody knows that Vegeta is the real lifeblood of the show because he's like that dude. And the whole time you're like, I can't believe Goku just continues to outclass that guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not fair.
Yeah, it is what it is. But Vegeta is the closest, has the closest. How can I say this? My personality is the closest to Vegeta's of any sort of fictional character out there.
I love it.
Yeah, dude, it's like a blend between. It's like Gogeta. I'm like a Goku and Vegeta in one.
Right on, man.
Happen to look like Krillin.
Who do you play in the video games? Like in the Dragon Ball video games? Like who do you get? Do you do Vegeta?
Vegeta, yeah.
Dude, me and my cousin, bro, he's like a Goku fanboy. We would go hard, like Budokai 2. Budokai 2, the cell shaded like 2D fighter. Whoo, man. I'd play that for hours, and we would both just play Vegeta and Goku.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah, they were fun games.
Yeah.
How do you think they would handle a Mace return? I don't know, man. I don't know if they would handle it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We'll see.
Maybe we can finally get the showdown between Cad Bane and Boba Fett and Bad Batch. Be sweet. And so Boba gets his dent in his helmet. How should Rey put back together the Jedi Order, in your opinion? It's cool we have a clean slate right now for the new trilogy. Should the Order return?
I want the Order to return. I just don't want it to be a carbon copy of like what it was before. Frankly, I could care less if Rey's involved. I just want there to be new Jedi and Force users, and for there to be some mystery. I think we need mystery back into the Force. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. I feel like they're stepping away from the sequels right now for a while.
Mm-hmm.
You guys should check out the sound and Foley effects featurettes and the prequel bonus features. As someone who studies sound art, it's very interesting. Well, the sounds in the prequels were some of the most amazing sounds that we got. Yeah. I mean, the seismic charge, the ships, everything.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I even like the blasters, like of the Naboo cruisers and all of it. Like, it's really cool.
Everything, man. It was sick.
Like, yeah. It's cool.
That was a very good impersonation.
No, thank you.
That was great.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. Do you think we'll see any of the Crimson Dawn and Kenobi series, possibly Vader taking them out? Thank you for your videos and theories. Oh, thank you, Connor. I think it's possible. Look, anything's on the table at this point. Who knows what we're going to get? But all I know is that the Andor show should not be slept on, because I think it's going to be really cool.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm coming around to it. I really think I guess I'm just hopeful that it's changed course with sort of the new creative over there, you know?
Yeah. Luke from Mando versus Thanos. Luke.
Without the gauntlet or with the gauntlet? Without the gauntlet, I could see Luke having it.
Yeah, it would be tough if he has the gauntlet, but
I mean, like, come on, that's not fair.
Well, he could just squish the gauntlet into his hand. What do you mean? With the Force.
But see, like, okay, so here's the thing. It would depend on, is this Thanos that is, like, he just got the gauntlet? Because or is this Thanos that, like, gets the gauntlet and unlocks the knowledge of the universe? Because there's this point in the comics where he becomes literally omnipotent, and he actually creates clone versions of himself that, like, go out into the eons of time and, like, learn everything there is. So, like, at one point in comics, he becomes infinitely, like, so in that example, like, even before going to fight Luke, he could have created a time loop in which he would literally be unable to be defeated. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like, that is like reality breaking power. But Thanos loses by having so much hubris that he essentially, like, thinks he's the universe and doesn't even need the gauntlet anymore. And so he abandons his body. And then Nebula, like, goes and picks up the gauntlet, and she's like, haha, sucker, I got it now. So, like, you know, even with all that power, you can still screw up.
It's true, I guess. But at the same time, we saw what Luke did to those freaking Dark Troopers. Just
well, that's Thanos. I mean, if Thanos had just picked up the gauntlet, for sure, he could totally do that. But if, like, this is a Thanos that's, like, infinitely wise, there's no way he, like, you just can't
infinitely wise, sure, but how do you stop someone who can control your movements without touching you? I mean, Vader choked out people from space. Like, what the hell? So
did you watch the end of Doctor Strange, where Dormammu just keeps destroying Strange, but it doesn't matter because he's coming back? So like, imagine Luke doing that to infinity, but Thanos just literally every time would come back. And to be honest with you, Thanos could come back ready for it and turn Luke into bubbles just by, like, going like this. And then he's just a thing of bubbles.
Yeah, but what if Luke just completely takes the time stone out of the gauntlet with the Force?
Yeah, he better, like, real quick, because that's his only shot. You know what I mean? Yeah. If he did that, then it's an even fight, because then it's like, okay, no stones. Thanos is still really, really strong. I would say a lightsaber could definitely cut his skin, though.
I think so.
So yeah, I mean, one-on-one in combat against Luke Skywalker without the gauntlet, I feel like he'd get cut up pretty good. But if he's got the gauntlet, I feel like it's over.
Thanos versus Superman with the gauntlet.
Dude, I don't know. That's a tough one, because okay, you could beat Superman for sure, but then Superman would just come back, like, eventually.
But what
So,
if he
like,
does the
even
bubbles
if
thing with him?
okay, so even if he turned him into bubbles, like, those bubbles would then, like, the atoms of those bubbles would literally go out and, like, resonate with some like light energy, and I swear to you, they would reform. Like, they would just reform somewhere, and then all of a sudden, like, a bubble Superman being would come back and, like, whoop on him or something. Like, I don't know. Superman's weird, dude.
Like, change me back.
Right, or something. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, the gauntlet is a really tough one. Like, you can't. I don't know if you can necessarily beat
It's like a
someone
magic
with the
wand.
Yeah, it's like in the game of rock, paper, scissors, it pretty much beats everything.
My favorite quote from Revenge of the Sith. I would certainly like to.
Yeah, that's a good one, dude.
I don't know, man. Anything from Revenge of the Sith was great. We're coming in too hot.
Yeah, dude. Well, the Plagueis, the Darth, that scene is all time great. The opera scene. I mean, come on, you can't get. I don't think you get much better than that opera scene with those two dudes. Bro, Darth Narcissus, you gotta be kidding, man.
Here we go. Let me take the time to go through and find what this stupid app did not show me. Fear of Vader and being unsure of himself was why Luke saw his own face in the Vader mask, fearing he would become Vader.
But isn't that sort of a subconscious fear too?
Because fear of Vader and being unsure of himself was why Luke saw his own face in the Vader mask.
I feel like that scene is the Force trying to tell Luke about his parentage pre anything. I feel like that was trying to prepare Luke for the reality.
I disagree.
So what do you think?
His greatest fear was himself, was his own inadequacy, was fearing that he wouldn't be good enough, fearing that he would turn to the dark side.
I don't know.
Because he didn't know Vader was his dad. In his mind, Vader was...
He didn't know. But I feel like it's the Force trying to sort of tell him that there's something there. Because I think there's many different ways that you could make Luke feel like his own inadequacies or his own fear or darkness is there. I mean, I guess I see what you're saying, because it's like, oh, okay, this is this enemy, this dark force, this thing that I must defeat, right? This shadow. And then I strike it down only to realize that it was myself. Or maybe perhaps like by striking it down, I become the shadow or something like that. But I think that it's really interesting that in that same film, in that moment, Yoda is hiding the truth from him. Obi-Wan is hiding the truth from him. The only person think about this. His dad is the one that breaks the honest to goodness news to him. You know what I mean? And I think, like, okay, so it reminds me of in the novelization for The Last Jedi, or no, maybe it was either The Last Jedi or I think it was The Last Jedi, where he has the dream on Tatooine of his wife.
Yeah.
Right? So remember he says like that he felt like that was the Force trying to sneak under his defenses when he was asleep.
Right.
And I think the Force, especially the cosmic Force, it does show things to the Jedi, right? Anakin is being shown future things, right? So the cosmic Force does show things to Jedi. I just wonder if in some ways that was the Force being like, yo, Vader's your dad, bro. Like in some weird way. You know what I
mean? I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I can see where you're getting that from, but I think it was just him being afraid of his own failure.
For sure. I think that certainly works. There's an element of that. I would say that what I'm talking about is probably a theory or like a fan theory or something, It's like one of those things where it's like, what if it was actually this? Because you're right. Like on the surface level, that's not at all what's happening. But I just find it interesting. Like, why Vader? You know what I mean? Why does it show him Vader?
Because he was obsessed with. He was very afraid of it. He was the whole reason he was training was to fight Vader.
Yeah.
So his biggest fear was Vader.
True. But then why show his face with Vader? I don't know.
Because it showed in the end he wasn't actually afraid of Vader. He was afraid of himself.
I mean, I get that. I just don't feel like that's a strict parallel that you can actually draw out from that. I think it's just like what we're sort of just led to believe. You know what I mean? Like, we're just supposed to accept that at face value. I actually don't think that that's perfectly illustrated with that visualization. Okay. I think it's one of those situations where it's like, no, we know that's what it is, so we just kind of accept the visuals as fulfilling that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Rey's thing is an example of that too, right? Where she sees the dark version of herself, and that whole scene in there. It's a similar thing, and I think that the Vader one works more almost because, like, there's just so much ambiguity to it. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much ambiguity to it that the mystic lesson gets taught. It reminds me of Taoism, because there's this line in the Tao where they say, like, the Tao, or anyone that claims to speak the truth about the Tao, does not know. That is not the Tao. And you can only speak the truth about the Tao by not speaking about the Tao. It's almost like the Tao does nothing. Yeah, it's a Zen kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Okay. Got you. I know you don't like the High Republic, but just food for thought. The comic is also written by the same guy who wrote Duke of Jedi Lost, Kevin Scott. Yeah. The comics suck too. I read the first issue of the comic. I was falling asleep.
Yeah, Kevin's a cool dude, though, from what I understand. I know some people.
And the fact that he wrote a book that I really, really love is testament to the fact that I'm not being biased just because I didn't like something.
True.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah, I didn't understand the comic. The comic was Scarlet Witch or Palpatine.
Let's go with Palpatine. Even though
Scarlet Witch is more attractive.
Amen, but not by much.
Not by much.
You know?
No.
Not by much.
But Palpatine in that outfit, and you know.
Yeah. I mean, this is the best part of the movie or whatever.
Theory, what do you need in order to make the next installment in Vader Star Wars Theory fan series? No COVID.
Yeah, could you remove the current plague of illness that has disrupted the entire planet? Be appreciated.
I already asked, but you missed. Not complaining, but why so many ads on your latest podcasts on Spotify? So I can start making money?
Dude, it's too many. How dare you?
How dare you work and then ask for money? How dare you?
We're technically not asking them for anything. You're subsidizing the content.
Yeah, I mean, you could pay for it and then it could be free, but that service doesn't exist. So I love comments like that. How dare you give us free stuff and then try to make money off it? You piece of crap. Your time belongs to us. You're a slave.
Dude, and how dare you not like WandaVision, you know? God.
Yeah. Grogu gonna get Yoda's lightsaber? Like you realize things cost money, right? Like the fan film that cost money, that little animation, that was over 40 grand. That 3-minute Mace Windu took 2 years to make. First team botched it. Second team came in within 8 months, and it cost a lot of money. Studio equipment, these microphones, the camera, everything costs a lot of money. It's the stuff isn't
subsidized. Yeah, you got to subsidize the content somehow. You know what I mean? It's unreasonable to assume that
external drives of space. There's internet connection. There's
electricity,
external online storage space you need to I mean, it's the cost is endless once it gets to this. In the beginning, it was nothing. I just recorded on my phone, and that was it. But yeah, how dare you? How dare you try to make money? Josh, Darkseid with the Infinity Gauntlet, I think would be most unstoppable, despite the fact that he already almost is unstoppable. Can anyone stop him?
So, okay, so that's funny because in the amalgam Justice League versus Avengers comics from, I believe, the late 80s or maybe the late 90s or somewhere around that time, Darkseid, that's what he wants. He wants the gauntlet. And I think if had he gotten the gauntlet and it worked, yeah, he would have taken over everything. But the gauntlet in the comics only works in its native universe. So when Darkseid had it, it wouldn't work in the DC universe. So it was useless to him. But yeah. No, Darkseid with the gauntlet would probably be unstoppable. He's very similar to Thanos in how good he is at like strategy and stuff.
Congrats, Johannes.
That's sick, dude.
That's great, dude.
Sick.
You missed my secret, JK. I don't care. I love you, Theo. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. I didn't mean to miss it. And yeah, like I said, not complaining, but you can't slap someone and then be like, "Oh, I didn't mean to slap you." It's like, well, no, you asked the question. Why would you even ask anything about that? You're enjoying the content, right?
That's when people are like, "No offense, but you're ugly."
It's like, "Oh, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings." Like,
no offense.
Oh, okay. Did you hear the strategy of the ship of?
Yo, they trolling hard about that WandaVision, dog. No, that's one of the best parts of the episode. The ship of Theseus thing was great.
Yeah. Thoughts on what became of Dengar in The Rise of Skywalker? He's long gone by then. Or he's still around, just rummaging around the galaxy with, a diaper on his face.
Look, that diaper could have had some age, benefits there. We don't know.
Yeah. Great work, and thanks to you two. Y'all are awesome. I love the podcast, the live streams, live stream games, and the art. Have a good stream. Thank you, Matt. And so to go back to the Dengar comment, yeah, so he actually was the one that pulled
Boba
out.
Bobster.
Yeah. I was thinking Bosk for a second. But
probably the only one that got Boba to pull out, if you know what I'm saying.
Had Lyme disease years ago. Half my body was paralyzed and I couldn't move my face. I have 95% movement now. Don't give up, even when it feels really bad. Oh, that's beautiful. I hope that guy's still in here.
Yeah, powerful words. Holy cow.
Yeah. Lol, that why do you have ads make me laugh so hard? Obviously, it's going to have ads if you're not paying for Spotify Premium. If you're paying for Spotify, then you don't have to worry about ads.
Yo, if that's true, then I just be feeling so dumb right now because that's ridiculous. Or is he talking about on your?
I don't know. I think regardless, I think there might be. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Because you do ad reads. Do you do ad reads?
I haven't done any ad reads. No. So it probably is the Spotify.
Yeah,
Spotify themselves putting it in. Yeah, Spotify ad. I haven't done an ad read yet. No, I'd like to. Are you still going to make Once Upon a Theory videos? Yeah, the thing with this is they don't get enough views and they're just so expensive that it's unfortunate, if they got like several million views, it'd be worth it, but tis what it is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. YouTube's a tough game, dude.
It is, yeah. It is. And I tried to cut it short by doing like a really crappy animation the other day. I have such a bad cramp in my foot right now.
No. I hate that.
Yeah, I'm stretching it out. Hold on. Yeah, and I was like, it's a quicker and cheaper one, but the finished product was just not what I want to represent on my channel. But yeah, I mean, and the artist is an amazing artist. He's an amazing animator. I basically just told him, like, look, just make something as fast as you can for the cheapest amount, and that's what he did. And I was like, all right. So I'm experimenting. I'm learning things. Yeah,
that's good though. You know what? To be honest, I was talking to some animators like about 3 months ago, and from what I understand, I think animation legit, like this might freak people out. Edward, nice man. This might freak people out, but pretty soon a lot of animation is going to be done by AI. And we won't really need that many actual animators anymore, and you'll need like keyframe artists, and then AI will actually flawlessly animate in between the frames.
Yeah.
So it's going to get to a place pretty soon where people like you and I are going to be able to really, for very cheap and more or less pretty quickly, be able to put a lot of great creative work out there. I hope.
Yeah, maybe that'd be great.
Cheers. Only the certain kind of blood. There's only certain types that I like. O positive, I'm a big fan of.
Who all knew Darth Vader was Anakin Skywalker? Also, I'm going to Galaxy's Edge in April. Any suggestions on souvenirs? No, just enjoy your time and try the blue milk.
Are you asking for souvenirs to send to me? Because I could name you. That would be cool. If you find one of the black kyber crystals, that would be great. But no, yeah, you'll have a good time, man.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, yeah. But AB positive is the most rare, isn't it? No, I think it's O positive is the most rare, isn't it?
I don't know, but whatever's the most rare, that's the one I like the most.
Or is it AB positive? I don't know. I think it's O. I just want to say I love you guys. Keep being amazing. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it.
Thanks, man. It's really sweet.
Justin. Yeah. Really, JK. I meant no crap on haters. Much love. No, of course. No, yeah. We never mean anything bad on anybody. We're pretty lighthearted individuals. If Disney brought George Lucas back, what movie series do you think he'd make right off the bat? Would he continue with High Republic plans? No. I think he would make the sequel trilogy that he wanted.
Yeah. I think he'd go back and do Luke's Academy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Totally, dude.
Who would win, Starkiller or Legends Luke, and why? That's funny you say that, because Starkiller was actually said to be as powerful as Luke Skywalker if he had trained with Darth Vader.
Yeah, I think that was the whole idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Theory, I'm a huge fan. I love your content. And just want to say thanks. You've helped me get through the year, so keep it up. Well, thank you, man. Yeah, I won't stop. More channels to come.
How many freaking channels do you need? Jesus.
I know, right? My 10-year-old daughter edited a short Girl Scout cookie video called Grogu's Cookie Quest. She's a big fan of yours, like Mom. Please watch so I can say you did. She'd be thrilled. Well, where is it?
Yeah, man, where's the link? Send it in.
Star Wars doesn't read super chats. I hate Star Wars theory. Nice. That's a sick picture, dude. Great.
Yo, that's
nice.
Great.
That's awesome.
People liked me this much, dude, you're so famous. People literally spend time, energy, and money to stupid, silly stuff like this. Come do that to me. You know what I mean? Stupid people.
I'm ready to get off YouTube.
Dude, you guys don't even understand. I'm sorry, I don't mean.
About Dengar, I was surprised too because of Boba. The Rise of Skywalker visual dictionary shows Dengar in the same scene John Williams had cameo. He's like all robot. Oh, really? I didn't notice that. The Force versus Doctor Strange. Where's my nerd coin?
Yeah, there you go. I don't know, bro.
Geode versus Thanos with the gun. But seriously, where do you want Mando season 3 to take place and when? Let's take place a year after season 2.
Whoa. I just had a crazy idea.
Mm-hmm.
If Geode, okay, let's go with me on this. Is sand not like rocks, essentially, right? Like sand is rocks that are granulated and just destroyed down. So is Geode's secret weapon against Anakin that he's essentially a massive grain of sand? Could he, in some ways, propose a weakness to Anakin being a big thing of sand? No?
Maybe.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm having way too much fun with this. Who's Geode? Anakin intensifies. Nice. That's awesome, bro. Oh, that's great. It's good stuff. Dude, nice,
Transferred his
bro.
essence into
Geode.
Take my money, Nerdcoin. Would the Emperor accept help of other villains to conquer the galaxy if given the chance? Would he form an alliance with Darkseid or with Null, the god of symbiotes from Marvel?
That would be sick. Bro, that'd be sick.
What if Venom and Thanos got together?
Be hot. So hot right now. Thanos with a symbiote suit would be pretty disgusting. I'd like to see it.
Yeah, that'd be whack.
I hope they I mean, I'm kind of, I'm interested to see what they do with the second Venom movie, but like I love the symbiotes and stuff. I hope they go hard with that, man,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Shannon, absolutely. 100%.
From that John Williams made a cameo as the store owner on Kijimi, and yet the planet explodes by a single Star Destroyer. New member, not much, but hope it helps until I can get a higher tier. Much love for you guys. Been a fan for years, Theory. I hope to catch more streams. Thank you, Black Dragon. It's really nice of you. Help and support. Yeah, sorry if I came off of being a jerk with the ads comment. I love your content. Listen to the podcast religiously. I love them, by the way. I have premium, lol. No, yeah, no offense taken. It's just, I don't like money comments. They bug me. Because it's always, what was it like the other day? I opened the Anakin lightsaber and someone was like, it's you spend the money we give you on these materialistic things. And I'm like, dude, there's just so much I can go into that, but it's unfortunate when that becomes, what's on some people's minds. It's like,
dude, what? How are they this fast?
I hate Star Wars Theory. They're fast, bro.
That must have been planned.
That's right now. No, dude, that image is right now. Dude, he's fast.
Who are these people?
He is quick.
Right. Jeez. Wow, man.
That's good.
Understand.
Damn.
All right. Good. Damn. Good on you.
Damn, dude. I love it.
Good on you, man. I do have an issue. I want to combo a couple questions that I saw in the chat. Let's combo it like this. Who do you think smells better, Dexter Jettster or Padme?
Dexter.
Of course, right? Smells like good food, smells like
man.
Work, smells like just your everyday man. Padme probably smells like some funky ass, or sorry, some highfalutin kind
perfume
of
or something.
Exactly, some garbage.
Some very expensive, like
all day. Give me that cheeseburger love,
yeah,
baby.
yeah. Dex is just cheeseburger and fries and milkshakes all day. Cup of Java juice. That's what he smells like. He smells like Java juice.
Exactly,
thank
man.
you.
Yeah.
Just did that. I love y'all. Thank y'all for all you do. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Far from it, Toby.
I'd say far from it too, Toby.
Far from it, dude. Yeah, don't look at our show. Right now is a dead time in Star Wars. We're just chilling. It's a slow time. Chilling. It's the calm before the storm. It's the relax before the Mr. Olympia.
Yeah, we got to do some fun stuff tonight. I mean, I'm having fun. I'm going a little hard on the Geode stuff, but I mean, I'm having fun as long as y'all are having fun.
It's all in the name of a good time.
Yeah.
This show has jeez.
Bro, I'm telling you, like some of this is like trolls, like just kind of being like, gonna press his button till he snaps.
Yeah. Listen, I've been doing this for almost 5 years. I ain't snapping. So
we gotta do this one.
Batman.
We gotta do this one. This is an all-time great one for me because I think like I can't figure it out. That is one that I cannot figure out legitimately.
It's a Batman.
I don't know.
Kick his ass.
So he would.
Iron Man's not a trained fighter, dude. Batman is literally a chemist.
Iron Man,
a physicist. Right. He's a mathematician. He's a freaking. Yeah. He is a martial artist. I mean, like he knows everything. The guy is
wicked smart, bro. He's wicked smart. He's probably. He's probably not smarter than Batman, but he's potentially a better builder than Batman is. Meaning, like, okay, so Batman needs like Lucius Fox and other people, right? So Tony could maybe more quickly adapt to things and build. Like Tony's power, honestly, really is like this obsessive compulsion to build that manifests itself in incredible tech. So he could literally out tech Batman for sure. Batman could outfight him 100%. But I think that Tony could out tech him. And so it would really be an interesting fight, I feel. But we have to do that. We have to get real sweaty on that.
You got to get sweaty on that and then do that. Maybe upload that on Fantasy Theory. But anything Star Wars, I'll upload here. Cool. I don't see a join button on the channel. Also love both you guys and all you do for the fans. You got to be on PC for it. Unfortunately, they haven't done it
on mobile. Yeah, it's weird. Yet. There's a link that you can find, but just you're just probably best to do it on PC.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Green Arrow versus Batman.
That one's not close. That's Batman all day.
Batman
like, to me.
Destroy.
Yeah. Oliver's great, but he's no Bruce Wayne. Like, no, I'm sorry. And I bet Oliver would admit that.
Your strange superpower, mine would be erase people's memory of TV and movies they loved so they can see. That's kind of funny. Laser eyes.
Dude, yeah. Well, this would be a great one, right? The Hellbat armor versus Iron Man. That would be great. But you have to remember, too, that Tony would have an Iron Legion. Okay. There's this really great one-shot. I almost feel like bringing up this one-shot where, like, Thor and Cap confront Tony in his workshop, and it literally is, like, the worst idea ever. Like, why would you confront Iron Man in his workshop? He has an army of robots in there that will fight you. So if Batman had the Hellbat armor, he could definitely do great. But could he fight the entire Iron Legion? I don't know. We'll see.
And about this, how Civil War and Iron Man can scan fight patterns and wreck Batman's shit. Well, Batman knows pretty much every martial art in the world, so he would just switch it up constantly.
Yeah, there would be no way. Okay, yeah, that's a great point. I agree with you 100%. Batman is so good at fighting that I do not think there would be a way for technology, even Tony's level of tech, to literally make Tony into a better fighter than Batman.
Yeah.
Like, just no way. I don't think.
Yeah. Do you think we'll ever get more screenplay of the Sun in the future? Oh, I wish. Who to act? Sam Witwer.
Yeah, he'd be great.
Yeah. As time goes on, thoughts on how Star Wars can balance nostalgia of Star Wars history while continuing growth and bringing in a new audience? By staying true, by hiring Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni.
Yeah, and I think importantly, trying to
control it all.
The next one. Well, they need to find the next crop of really good talent, because I do worry about that, because a lot of the new talent and the younger talent, I just don't see it.
True. Did you watch Yoda versus KH Mickey Death's battle?
No, but I heard about it. I saw it pop up. I might check it out later. It seems fun. Maybe I'll react to that or something. Yeah.
Yo, Parth, what's going on, man? Nice to see you. Weighing in on Batman versus Iron Man. Batman is the detective and Iron Man is the engineer. In doctor's terms, one is amazing at recon and diagnostics, and the other is amazing at creating non-unique treatments.
Yeah, fair.
What if they both came together, man?
Oh, they'd be unstoppable, dude.
Yeah.
They would be unstoppable.
Yeah.
And Tony would probably model the Legion after Batman, because he'd probably just be like, well, obviously, imagine making an AI version of Batman for the fighting of the Iron Legion. Like, dude, like, whew, it's getting scary. You know what I mean? Like, that'd be pretty scary.
Pick up Star Wars Dark Empire 2 comic book. Can't wait to read it. Any opinions on it? I love y'all. It's interesting. I've got a series for you. It's a 6-part series. Each video is about 20 minutes long. I just haven't uploaded it. Of Dark Empire 2. I think I'm going to upload it for join members only, to be honest. It's kind of slow, but it's, if you're into that stuff, I mean, it's you're gonna love it. Flash versus Quicksilver. Batman is the highest possible potential of what a human can do. He will always find a way unless it is a battle no human can win. I agree with that. Nope. Good, not negative. What? Nope, not negative yet. What the hell? Everyone fighting in the comments just to get seen. Don Favreau, he is Don Favreau.
He's kind of the Don. Let's be real.
Let's be real,
Kiss
dude.
the ring. Kiss the ring.
I still want to know what he thinks about the whole Gina thing.
Me too.
Just a couple bucks. Have a good day, guys. Have a good one, guys. Thank you, Andrew. Have a good day, man. Iron beat Thanos. Since when?
He didn't beat him though. I mean, he grabbed the
Wow.
stone
And he
used
died in the
stone.
process.
Right. I mean, look, what did we just say? The stones are game over. If you got the stones, it's game over.
Josh and Geode versus Thanos without gauntlet. Dude, Geode versus anybody would Geode wins.
Dude, me and Geode are like homies, yo. Oh, KK, baby. Hey. KK. Hit me right here, making me all hot inside. There's something else that's making me hot right now, too. To be honest with you.
Taskmaster versus Batman. Taskmaster can copy anyone's fighting style instantly. Well, who you're texting? God damn it!
It wasn't me.
I read between the lines. Son.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, let's call the show quits. I think we're good. We're now just getting off topic, which is fine actually. I don't really mind.
Yeah.
But
they're getting a little they're getting a little hot in DOS chat. Maybe they need to
Yeah. Everyone's talking about Geode. We need to chill out. Yes, I'll be doing watch parties. Absolutely.
Yeah, man. That's gonna be fun. I'm excited.
Hano, you can choose 5 Jedi Sith to each protect. Who do you choose? Also, did you hear Bill Burr's statement on Gina firing? No, I didn't.
I think he said more or less like she was super sweet, but I'm on that show now, so I gotta watch what I say. Which is funny. Like, you gotta think for them to get Bill Burr to be like a little quiet about it or whatever, that is pretty interesting, you know? Man, he's got to
said.
I think that's literally what he said. Yeah. That's got to be so weird for him too, because he's like the not PC guy.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. I don't know. Pretty interesting.
Oh, nice, dude. Yeah, can't wait for that. Thanks, bro. Well, we'll end it on that. Thanks so much for joining, guys. I'm sorry if I missed your supers. I'll probably do some live streams later, and we'll try to read some of them, or maybe in next week's we'll go back and read some of the ones that I missed. If I missed any, you can tweet me, even though I've been off Twitter for a month. Just know I love you all, and I appreciate you, and I'll see you on the gaming channel tonight. And you can check out Josh at the Den of Nerds. Make sure to sub to him and check his videos out in the Den of Nerds live. We will see you in a little bit. We love doing the show, and we will continue doing the show, and we can't wait until May 4th, when we'll have a lot more things to talk about. It'd be really fun. So we're going to do some fun stuff with the community too, with games and stuff like that. And until then, until next week, we'll see you in a little bit.
See you guys.